what is your opinion of the military coup in 1984 led by Buhari? Frankly speaking,
Frankly speaking, I think all military coups are illegal. In fact, and I think they are treasonous. I mean, and I'm not the person who defined a coup as treason. The Nigerian military itself, after the assassination of Murtala Muhammad, defined coups as treason. Yeah, I think it's important to say. Frankly, I think the coup was retrogressive. I think the Second Republic had a lot of faults, without a doubt, and you know the politics of Nigeria has a lot of faults, without a doubt. However, you have to say that we just talked about the consequences of actions. The consequence of the 1984 coup was Ibrahim Babangida and Sani Abacha. Those were the consequences, and I don't know what 16 years of military rule. Yeah, 16, 15, 16 years of military rule, in which time Nigeria did not progress at all, and we're still seeing the consequences today. So, uh, you know, my opinion of the coup was very poor. I think that they didn't act, there is a saying that patriotism is the final refuge of a scoundrel. So they said they were acting for patriotic reasons, but they didn't act for patriotic reasons. And I also question the basic philosophy that you can beat a nation into discipline. Yeah? The idea, and this is an idea that is very, very popular in Nigerian politics these days. I mean, I follow Nigerian politics somewhat. I follow some of the debates being had. I think it's a disgrace, frankly, that Buhari can terminate a democracy and then stand up as a born again Democrat and run for election as president 5 times, or however many times he's run. That's my opinion. That is my frank opinion. And as a Nigerian, I can have an opinion about the politics of the country. Um, I think that if you want to do this, that if he wants to do this, he should perhaps apologize for terminating our democracy in the first place. Um, I can't, for the life of me, think of any good things to come out of that coup. I think Nigeria right now is suffering from a militarized mentality. I'll give you an example. We don't have a constitution. We have a decree. It's called Decree number 24 of 1999. That's the 1999 constitution. You cannot have a constitution by decree. It makes no sense. So my view of all military coups in Nigeria. In fact, let me just go back. I told you I studied West African politics, so I studied a little bit of Nigerian political history. Let me go back to 1966, January 1966. That is where our problems as a nation started. If you read Nnamdi Azikiwe's response to that coup, the January 1966 coup, yeah, his response was this: It is a sad day that the gun and violence have entered our politics. When we freed, when we made Nigeria independent, we did not use guns and violence. But today, these men have put guns and violence into our uh, our political space, and that has remained in our political space till today. I mean, the other thing about the coup that no one ever speaks his name, the 1966 July coup. You know, what happened in July 1966? Again, let's be honest. Northern officers murdered their Igbo brothers. That's what happened. Yeah, and interestingly enough, uh, because we have straight into politics, I've never heard General Buhari give a answer to what he did in July 1966 because he was an officer and he was in Nigeria and he no doubt participated in that coup. So perhaps he would tell us how many Igbo officers he murdered because that's what it was. It was murder, plain and simple. So my personal philosophical political view is this: if we want to progress Nigerian politics, we need to put that era of militarism behind us. And the only way to do that, frankly, is to ban everyone who has participated in a military regime in a political function. And I mean everyone, civiliano, military, all of them. Ban them from holding elected office. So they cannot run for election.